Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 253 for the week of March 17th, 2019. I am Alca7raz, and joining me is Nemesis.
Hey, St. Patrick's Day when we record.
Ah, yes. Luckily, one person here is wearing a lot of green. I've got a little green.
You just
I'm good.
barely got it.
I made sure
All
it was
because
there.
your waifu has green in her hair.
Natural green. Yes. Drink responsibly.
Yes. Also, by the time you hear this, it'll actually be the day before spring. You know what that means.
It means a number of things. Which one are you implying?
Winter wrap up, you dork.
Oh, yes. God, my brain is frazzled right now. I don't exactly know why, but my brain is just frazzled. A lot of things going on I have to deal with.
I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Hulu.
Oh, yeah.
I've been meaning to watch that forever. Now I'm finally, and Hulu's like, hey, we're going to lock your account if you don't watch something. Okay, fine. Jeez.
Jeez. It's kind of harsh.
Yeah, they do that. Apparently they say if you don't watch something, we're going to lock your account. You have to log back in and whatever to unlock it.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's weird. Anytime I've been watching that's actually really funny. I'm glad I'm watching it now.
Well, I've heard it was really good. Everyone raved about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We're here to talk about ponies. We've got a little bit of news, not a huge amount for 2 weeks worth. That's surprisingly small.
Things are going to slow down there.
There is a one really big piece of news, which we've been waiting to hear for, and we did hear, so we'll get to talk about that. But we've got a handful of small topics to go through. 2 comics, a bunch of shorts that popped up all of a sudden. And in our main discussion, we're going to go back to the Season 1 episode and talk about that. It'll be second to last one of Season 1. We'll only have one more after this, I think.
Yeah.
Counted right.
We're not going to finish before Season 9, though.
Aww. Now you just kind of spoiled one of the pieces of news. Anyway, we'll get to that. We got a little bit of fan content afterwards to talk about as well, so let's just jump into this with convention stuff. If you would like to follow along, and I do recommend that you do, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/shownotes. That's spelled LIBSYN. So go there, click the link for this episode to get all the info, and let's get into this. In convention news, Everfree Northwest has announced a number of community guests, including Black Griffin, Eiley Monty, Vivid Syntax, Dusty Cat, and Full Papers.
There.
Yeah. And BronyCon has announced Nicole Oliver.
Celestia.
Yeah.
Materially.
Among things, yes. A well-beloved fan member, see if I can pronounce this right, Kubi Kitsune has passed away. I did not know them personally, but they had long effects on multiple members of the fandom, so it is a sad day for them to pass.
Mm-hmm.
In merchandise news, a surprise new wave of classic blind bag ponies has been released.
Yep.
Mostly reissues, but there's one change at least in there. If you are still trying to collect all of them, there you go. Cutie Mark Crew Series 4 blind bags are popping up. So it looks like it came from an Amazon listing that listed both 3 and 4. So it's a bit interesting there.
Mm-hmm.
And Series 3 of the Stack'ems toys has been revealed.
Student 6.
Yep, Student 6. Young 6. And Hallmark has a bunch of new pony cards for various different things. So if you want to buy like birthday cards or greeting cards or whatnot, those kind of cards.
I have mine somewhere still.
Yeah. A bunch of new ones have popped up. So if you want to use those, go find them.
Man, cards are expensive now.
They've always been
Oh, these
expensive.
are the musical ones. Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why.
those are even more expensive.
That's why.
Into comic news, a preview for Friendship is Magic issue number 76 is up on iTunes.
That's actually probably going to come out this week.
Yeah, so shortly after you hear this. And in our final chunk of news, we said there was a big one. Season 9 details are out. We've got some news about returning characters such as Quibble Pants and Cheese Sandwich. They will be returning with original voice actors, so those are at least 2 of our big guest voice actors coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We have an air date of April 6th. And we also have a trailer. And oh boy.
The emotions.
Ah,
How dare you slow down the song, main theme song, and like that with the piano and everything.
what is it? what did they say they did? So someone described what they did to that. What was the name of the singer who did this song for the animal shelters?
Oh, it's Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, they McLaughlin.
I'm Sarah McLachlan. I'm about to ruin your whole day.
Yeah, so someone made that comment on Twitter. I saw that. Oh, great. They McLaughlin the theme song. Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it revealed some key plot points for the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Spoilers ahead.
Yes.
Celestia and Luna are retiring.
Oh boy. It's kind of a...
And apparently just handing it off to Twilight and her friends.
God.
Here you go.
It's like, yep, we're out. Have fun. Don't wreck the castle.
Don't cause any fires while we're out.
Yeah, I'm sure Twilight can handle that, you know. Absolutely no experience running a country. Here, it's yours. Have fun.
Well, she's been training to be a leader for all this time.
I know, but still, there's running an entire country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
What you have to do is watch TV and rant on Twitter, right?
Right, yeah, that's all you really have to do. Oh God. Not like you actually need experience or anything to get elected in. Have, any modicum of intelligence. Anyway, I could get really pissed off about that one, but that's not what we're here for either. Anyway, also, apparently episode 200 will be a nod to the voice actors.
Thank you to them.
Yes, thank you.
Particularly the main 6 voice actors specifically.
Yeah, Big Jim stated basically where episode 100 was a thank you to the fandom, episode 200 will be a thank you to the main VAs.
Oh, the other thing was the press release for the season 9 actually also said stuff about that episode in particular with, what was it? Twilight and Big Brother pitting their wits against each other to set a long-standing sibling rivalry.
Are they just randomly introducing us to more sibling stuff? Like,
well, there's something.
First off, guess what? Twilight has a brother. Where'd that come from? Absolutely nowhere. It's here now. And, they tell us, they got along great. That was the whole thing. They got along great. Now
I think you just see that as Twilight's embellishing things thanks to nostalgia and whatnot in her memories.
I know, but still, it's just like, oh, by the way, it's the second time they just thrown stuff. So
because it's already been, of course, someone's pointed out. So it seems like Shiny's kind of a jerk, older brother with all the stuff he's apparently done to her. It's basically Shiny's fault that she has neurological issues.
Wow.
Hey, Ladybug has those spots. Those are eyes. And they're always watching.
Yes, the whole Ladybug thing.
Supposedly, I'm just gonna ignore that short though.
That's probably the best. I mean, like I said, it's a one shot. You're not really supposed to take them that seriously. They're not.
Toss that one out the window.
They're just for fun. So yes, that's the news. So season 9 will be happening very soon.
Yep, we've got a few weeks until that starts. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. So yes. Like I said, it was a pretty short amount of news for 2 weeks worth, but we do got a bunch of little things to talk about. I'm going to start with the comics.
Comics, yes. First off is Friendship is Magic number 75. Actually, it's a double-length issue. Because, well, I guess it's a milestone now. And yeah, that's why it's also $8.
Yeah, I noticed I pulled it out of the package like, wow, this is a big one.
Yeah. Anyway, I got cover B because I just really like that cover.
Yeah, I think I got the other cover.
Yeah, because they also have the wraparound cover from Andy Price, the Roy Taylor exclusive, and an exclusive cover, which they think they just revealed.
Wait, which one was the retailer?
It's the one with the constellations.
I have to see it. Because I think that may have been...
the constellations of Twilight's friends in the sky, and she's looking at the sky and everything. Yeah, this is written by Katie Cook. She's back, and Andy Price, with art by Andy Price, and colors by Heather Beckel. With letters by Neil Uetak. Anyway... it opens with, oh, hey, everyone's freaking out because everything's falling apart because of this chaos, and they blame Discord, but it turns out it's not him. It's someone else, and he's freaking out, and they stop the other thing, and then Discord wipes their memories because they can't remember it, because shut up. Anyway, then we get to the actual present day, and Rarity finds some gems she gives to Twilight because it seems to match her better, and Twilight's kind of acts crazy after that. And it turns out the gem has... Cosmos in it, and she wants to do bad things. And then so Rarity, or not Rarity, Twilight sends them all on a little quest to find the rest of them and whatnot. And that's pretty much the gist of it.
And I do have the retailer incentive one.
Oh, okay. You forgot the cover of your own comic?
Like I said, my brain is frazzled, and I got this a little while ago, so...
Yeah, it's a kind of interesting setup. Although it kind of feels like they're really trying to really upstage this show itself by like, we're going to have a cosmic villain.
Wasn't Cosmos supposed to be in the movie, though?
Yeah, the Cosmos was the original
so it's not
name.
the comics thing. They just took something else.
It was the original name of the villain, but they changed stuff up. And I guess they decided to just take the name and do their own thing with it. Although there's a really cool 2-page spread, which you actually turned the book sideways.
Yep.
For it. And also the little reference in there. The one I particularly like was Magrathea.
Magrathea.
Yep,
there was a bunch of little references I noticed all over the place.
Yeah, I saw this. But this one, particularly, there's a cover in here that's like, ha. But yeah, that one in particular is the one I like the most. But yeah, it's an interesting setup for sure. Once again, really nice artwork because, well, it's Andy Price and stuff. But yeah, it's got some cool things in it for sure. And I'm kind of interested to see where it goes. But I'm always worried because half the time they try to go these big epic stories in the comics,
they flop in the second half.
Yeah, it starts cool, and then particularly, I'll be honest, Katie Cook's track record in particular has not been the greatest. It's been very hit and miss. So we'll see.
Hit or miss, I guess they never.
But I guess this is technically a 5-part issue thing or now because of this is a double parter more or less.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, but I'm interested so far. I'm just hoping they don't go really dumb.
That's very
on the nose way of saying it.
Well, I just lost the word too, so I can't really complain.
Yeah. But anyway, the other comic, Nightmare Nights #5, the finale of this series, which once again Jeremy Whitley wrote it, Tony Fleece and Heather Beckel, art and colors. And hey, look, everything's all bad.
Everything's all bad.
Capper's betrayed them, but they got Daybreaker. They got her, convinced her to help them out because of things, and yeah, and they gotta go. I guess confront.
That's the word.
They gotta go confront Eris and stop her once and for all. That's the gist of it. I don't want to go any further than that.
Don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, because any more than that, you're really kind of spoil territory. It's pretty good, I guess. I feel it almost feels like it kind of started to fizzle out compared to the last 4 issues. A little bit. I don't know. It feels like there could have been a little bit more to it.
I think you could say that about every one of the comics. Even if it did a little bit, it's not
the very first arc did not fizzle out in the end.
Okay, yeah. But looking at the rest of them, I don't think it fizzled as bad as some of the other arcs we've had.
No, but I still feel like because it's a little weaker times.
I do like the end. That end, though.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is just kind of felt like it went a little fast. It's like, no.
Yeah, that's a common. That is a very common issue.
It's done now.
It's done.
Yeah, overall, though, I think the overall thing of this Nightmare Nights thing was actually pretty good, and I would actually do, at the end of all this, would recommend picking up the entire thing, probably trade paperback at this point, because it'll be cheaper. Yeah, I would recommend just picking up the whole story, because it's actually it's a pretty good one, I think, overall. I feel like the ending didn't quite measure up to the rest of the arc. Also, it's kind of weird, it's like I don't know, it feels sometimes like the comics are really trying to step up things, like, we're going to have major villains and stuff, and so we got to really top the show, and so here's Eris, who's like Discord, but not. And now in the main comic, we got Cosmos, who's like Discord, but worse.
But worse.
So it's like, they kind of, why are you guys basing all the new villains you make off of Discord? Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the retailer incentive one of that one as well. It's really cool. It's the one with Daybreaker and Luna in a Queen's card.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think I made sure to get... Yeah, I got all the fleece covers. The primary ones, just because they all,
Yeah, because they tie together into one big, long one. I've been getting the retailer incentive ones just because I like them. They're kind of cool. Anyway, yes, those are the comics. So yes, we do have the shorts to talk about, though. Mm-hmm. So we'll start off with Best in Show, The Victory Lap. And like we said last episode, we had the other Best in Show short. We thought it was a multi-parter. We were correct. It is. Here's the second part.
Yeah, the victory lap.
The victory lap, yes. Basically, the awards, who wins what, and it goes through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Including a robot, which they question, and...
Can a robot be a pet?
Can a robot be a pet?
Do you want a robot to be a pet? Because, when the robots rise up, well...
As long as you're a good... Were you good to your robot pet? They may save you for last.
Drop a knife to the back. Remember that. They'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
It was very there.
It was... I'm trying to remember.
Exactly.
It's been a while.
We saw...
All I think I really remember is the robot. Oh, yeah, Cranky, and we got, tied for first?
Yeah. The gummy plush somehow won an award.
Yeah. It's like, how does that even qualify?
Oh, and Tank has a crush on a dog.
Yes. That's interesting.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, it's a very there.
It's there.
It's there. Also written by Katie Chilson.
So Applejack's dog won kind of a high award. Hopefully Applejack wasn't a judge, or I'd be questioning some bias in the judges here.
It's fine. Bike must have been disqualified.
The next one we have is Schedule Swap, written by J.M. Barrow, in which the main humane six, are starting classes and find themselves not in the right class.
So they want to swap their schedules. Hence.
Yes, so they go to Celestia to have them swap schedules. And they're not any better. And that's basically...
And Celestia gets sick of everyone's crap.
And then Sunset's there.
And then Sunset shows up afterwards. And that's just why?
Why? That's basically it.
Some funny bits, I guess.
I guess there's some funny bits. But again, it's another one of those, it's kind of there.
Yeah, J.M. Barrow wrote it. And it's just kind of, there.
It's not bad, but it's like, okay. Okay. That's a thing. The next one is still not up on YouTube yet. It's only up on the
next three.
As of recording, the next three are only up on the Discovery Go app.
I suspect they're going to come out over the next 3 weeks, so we're going to talk about them early anyway.
Yep, so, Anyway, the next one is Twilight Under the Stars, written by G.M. Barrow, in which looks like Pinky and Twilight and a bunch of other students are at astronomy.
Yeah. Twilight said the name of it, but it's fairly long.
I already forgot it.
Yeah, it's a fairly long name. I remember that much.
But a famous astronomer is showing up, and Twilight's nerding out and wants to talk to her.
Hero.
Yeah. Something Nebula.
Yeah. I don't remember the name.
I don't remember the name. All I remember is something Nebula.
Yeah.
Anyway, Twilight's, nerding out over it and wanting to talk to her, but shying out, and Pinky tries to, push them together to make her talk to her hero, but makes things worse.
Oh, yeah, very much.
Makes things worse until the very end. And they fixed it with cake, because apparently cake fixes everything.
Rosette Nebula.
Rosette Nebula, right. Apparently cake makes everything better. Fixes everything.
Unless you're trying to lose weight, in which case, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It does the opposite.
Yeah, it's also, Nebula was also voiced by Tara Strong.
Yes, so we get Tara talking to herself.
I also did notice that Nebula also had her hair much like the way Saitai used to have her hair. With the weird things in the front of her face and all that stuff, and the bun.
Yeah.
He's like, huh, that's funny.
Nod to the voice actors.
Yeah, so that was it was kind of interesting. Again, I'm going to say this over and over again. The shorts generally, I feel.
There's only so much you can do with a couple minutes worth of time.
I honestly feel the shorts are kind of largely wasting the characters, and really, they really deserve a full series or something.
I would much rather actually have a syndicated series of Equestria Girls rather than just shorts every now and then at random times.
The short also Timber just showed up. Briefly, just because gotta remind him everyone he exists.
Also,
because almost the entire fandom forgets he exists till he shows up on screen. Oh yeah, him.
Brad was there too. Oh yeah, Sunset was Sunset there. I'm trying to remember.
Not really.
I'm trying to remember, like, right in the beginning of it, there was a group that Flash was talking to. I can't remember who was part of that group. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Next one is 5 Stars, written by Jim Barrow and Kitty Chilson, in which Pinky is at the diner that she works at, and they're all happy that they're getting 5 stars. And she's going around serving people and reminding them, give us, rate us, give us 5 stars. And she's getting 5 stars, except for one. Someone gives her 4 stars. So she freaks out and starts trying to make things better, not making things better, until she finally figures out that the patron just wants to be left alone.
Pinky likes to make things worse.
Pinky likes to make things worse.
And we have to allow that, because otherwise she gets sad, and that's the most important thing.
Oh boy, you're gonna bring up that episode. Yeah, I can't say I disagree with you. Was not a good. That one's moral fell flat.
Yeah. It's also one of the things apparently to make the old woman happier was Twilight. Apparently, don't know why Twilight.
I don't know why Twilight
or Canoe or any of that, but sure. Twilight's the one that really stands out because that's a living person. Pinky, that makes me wonder how you view people.
This is questionable, Pinky.
5 stars.
Put Pinky in the bad Pinky corner. Again.
You might as well just live there now, Pinky. You keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Some funny stuff. Just the visuals and stuff are kind of funny, but... Yeah, it's just... What do they call it? The Shriek, I think.
Yeah, Shriek, instead of Yelp.
It was Shriek or Screech. Yeah,
it was
Shriek or Screech. One or two.
I think it was Screech.
It might have been that one.
Either way, it's a take on Yelp.
And I just remember it starts with an S and just making fun of Yelp. Or parroting, whatever.
Yeah, parroting Yelp. So, one more. The last one that's out as of recording. Who knows if more are just going to randomly pop up. We have FOMO.
Also by Jim Barrow and Katie Chilson.
Exactly. Yeah. In which Rarity gets left out until she isn't.
Yeah. The fear of missing out.
Yeah, fear of missing out. Rarity goes to invite Dash to something and Dash takes off.
Dash makes a really kind of iffy excuse.
A really iffy, like, no, I'm busy, I have chores. And then, Rarity's like, that's not right, so follows them. And finds,
then she's going with Twilight.
To go do something fun. What is this?
Meets Fluttershy at sunset, and
oh no, they're having fun without me. I'm gonna go home
wallow
all
in
misery. I'm going home and spend the day alone, and it's a surprise party for her birthday because apparently she forgot it was her birthday or something. I don't know.
When you're in the zone, you can forget things like this.
Which is, it's kind of interesting. It has some similarities to Party of One.
Yeah. Condensed down and less scary.
Yes. And less terrifying.
More. Yeah.
It was interesting.
Yeah, there's some funny bits.
It was decent.
I like some funny bits. It's sometimes good to find, see Rarity get melodramatic about stuff.
Yep. It is always fun.
Take me home. I need an address, ma'am.
Yep. Overly dramatic and falling through the doors.
And Dash has a motorcycle.
Yes, I was about to mention that. You beat me to it.
Weird one.
It looks like an older, semi-older style motorcycle, except it's got all the colors and the exhaust pipe through the into the sky.
Careful if you're right on the back, then.
I've seen stuff like that.
I know, but
I've seen stuff like that. Just the hyper ridiculous things. But yes, Dash has her own motorcycle, not just the one from Friendship Games.
That was probably not hers.
That was probably not hers.
I'm just happy to bring my motorcycle to school just in case it's one of the events of the Friendship Games. Oh, hey, look. I'm having issues separating fanon from canon right now. Does Sunset have a motorcycle? No.
Okay.
They have not ever shown her owning a motorcycle. It's all been fanon because everyone's like, Sunset would be cool on a motorcycle. They're right.
Would. She totally would.
She would be the type who'd own a motorcycle, but for whatever reason they decided to uniformly reject this because, I don't know, they sometimes reject good ideas from the fandom, but then sometimes they embrace the bad ones. Go figure.
But Dash has a motorcycle. And that is all the shorts that we have for now. So, moving on to the main discussion, we're going to talk about another Season 1 episode that we haven't ever talked about before, and this time we're going to talk about A Bird in the Hoof. In this episode, Celestia came to Ponyville for a casual visit, in which Fluttershy was going to but was late, and Angel had to remind her. Anyway, this casual visit is not so casual, because whenever a princess shows up, it's never casual. But the princess brought her pet bird, and Fluttershy's like, oh, and the bird doesn't look very good. So then Celestia leaves and forgets the bird, so Fluttershy steals the bird and tries to make it all better. It doesn't go well. And then they realize the bird has been stolen, and Twilight's there, and she freaks out, and the guards show up, and they freak out some more, and then they try and return the bird. And then the bird bursts into flames, everyone freaks out, Celestia shows up, they say their apologies, and then they reveal, oh, the bird's a phoenix, and it does this. And it comes back from the ashes, and everything's all fine. I still think it's a fun episode. Yeah. I like it. I've always liked phoenixes, and this is just... It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much the debut of Trollestia.
Yes. All thanks to the troll bird.
Yeah, and also the gotcha at the beginning.
Yep.
Yep, because, yeah, okay, fine, you're just going to endlessly give me tea. Fine. No more of that. The thing about this episode was, very Fluttershy-centric episode.
Very Fluttershy-centric.
And the whole premise is just simply, it all happened just because Celestia didn't tell anyone that Philomena was a phoenix.
Yes. Even if you don't have to... I mean, it's one thing to not always explain, like, oh, this is this, and all this is all the very weird specific things, but when the bird looks that way, you might want to kind of disclaim. Like,
this is Philomena.
This is my bird.
She's a phoenix.
And this is my bird. Yes, I know she looks weird right now. She's molting. She's a phoenix. She's fine.
Oh, she's molting right now.
She's just going through a molting phase. And then that can lead to more discussion. Unless, that maybe the molting phase takes so long that she just forgot. Just got used to it. I don't know. But, 90% of all problems could always be solved by someone saying something, one sentence before. Or
womp womp.
Like every problem that you ever see in shows like this is like, this could all be fixed just by someone speaking up. But yeah.
And she had to leave because apparently the mayor wanted to meet her, and it's like,
just bring the mayor over.
Important? And couldn't the mayor show up rather than making the princess go to her?
It's like, it's Ponyville. It was a Ponyville. Was it?
Yeah,
it was
Ponyville
mayor. Yeah, so it's like, you're what? 2 buildings over? It's not a big town.
Come on.
Just walk over.
Walk over to the party. Rather than upending Celestia's schedule.
You think you're so important. It's the mayor of a town that you can upend the princess of the entire country's schedule.
It's fine.
Whatever. Yes, we see Twilight still in her, oh geez, got to make sure everything's perfect for the princess phase. Oh, yeah. Still early enough that that's still a thing.
It kind of makes sense to a degree. It's like
it does.
Celestia is an important figure to her life, and she does want her to like her friends.
It's makes like a mom figure. Gotta make sure your mom likes your friends.
Your second mom.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you have?
Yes.
Why is your mom that you have 2 moms?
Wait. Except she has a mom, a dad, and another mom.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just it makes sense for her to be kind of worried about that because
also she's still in the young, just coming out of the.
Celestia is important to her. Her friends are important to her. She wants them to like each other.
Yeah. And then all of her friends are freaking out because
it's the princess.
It's the princess, except for Applejack
and Pinky.
Pinky just doesn't care. Applejack didn't care about the princess. It kind of about the manners. Like, I just want to eat, but I have to keep manners. But what do? I don't know.
I don't eat first. Never mind. I'm hungry.
I'm just not hungry. And that itself is a mood. I don't know which one to do, so I'm just not going to do anything and just suffer in silence.
Meanwhile, Rarity, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. I have a perfect dress, and I don't want anything to happen.
And then leaving like it's a hostage situation. Yeah, that was. Also, it's kind of weird. Just the party, Celestia leaves. So what we take all the food and just toss it.
Well, I think Applejack got some of it back.
I know, but it's just kind of weird. Just kind of clean up and just toss it, even though there's someone clearly still trying to eat.
Yep. Nope.
Rude, Mr. Cake.
Yeah, rude.
Also, I remember the animation of Pinky just literally, eating one of Celestia's cupcakes and then just sitting there. That's the back and forth while chewing it. And I've seen that as a looping GIF.
Yep. There's so many. God, any of these season 1 episodes is just a source of so many fandom screen caps and memes. I mean, this one had a bunch with the smug Fluttershy, the huge grin Fluttershy, the kind of creepy smug Twilight with the pill.
No,
you know how this is gonna go.
No excuses.
Yeah.
Or the other one where she had the soup.
There's that one too.
Or Dash's face.
Well, yeah, right in the beginning with the
guards.
Trying to get the guards to react.
Too good, I'm bored.
Yep.
Oddly enough, there's actually not a whole lot to it. I mean, it's just one long joke of Philomena is a pain in the butt.
Yep, Philomena's a troll. There isn't a huge amount of meat. It's just, I think it's done fairly well.
It's just a lot of, lots of little sight gags and whatnot.
Yep.
Including a Benny Hill chase.
Benny Hill chase with the not quite Benny Hill, but you can definitely tell this was supposed to be Benny Hill.
And the thing about that also is I'm trying to figure out how much of that, like, how does the Phoenix just bloating up with water when she was put in the tub? It's like,
how much of that is them?
How much is that Philomena screwing around? How much of that is actual reaction?
Yeah, like with the ointment.
Because they're a Phoenix, which is a magical bird, so
they might be able to modify their own.
We just don't know.
Like, and if it was a reaction, was Philomena just really putting up with all that for that long before she finally said nope?
Yeah, actually, once
Twilight showed up and
that with the soup was okay, because Twilight was no nonsense. That was easy to troll.
Yep,
it's like fine. Here, pill.
Shove the pill down.
Here, you're not chewing on your feathers anymore. Here, you're gonna eat the soup. Yeah, I was really realized. Okay, I can't screw around as
too
easily.
Much. Time for a new page in this game.
Time to run.
Yep.
Or the fear of the guards when they showed up. And Twilight acting like a guilty person.
Yes. Trying to cover up the
dry night air, but it's day.
Fluttershy.
Listen, you need to cooperate when I lie. If you can't get our story straight, they're gonna suspect something.
Of note, Fluttershy was very much upfront. He's like, nope, we're going to do this at the end. Just willing to accept her fate.
Yep.
She's confident when she needs to be.
And Twilight also being like, yeah, I'm going to throw myself in front of this bus for my friend.
She'll go easier on me.
Yeah.
I can use my privilege.
Yeah, I can use my privilege to protect my friends. There we go.
Yep.
That's a good way to use your privilege.
Yep.
And of course, Twilight kind of getting a little wild with what could happen if they get
I'm
caught.
Gonna banish you, or throw you in a dungeon, or throw you in a dungeon in the place that she banishes you.
Although it's kind of weird because Twilight clearly doesn't actually believe that could happen, or that will happen, but there's a slim possibility it could happen.
Probably won't, but it could.
Yeah, because it's like, well, could, probably won't, but it could. That's worst case scenario, but it's the fact it could happen is enough to worry.
We've seen it. She's done it before. At this point in time, they know about the Nightmare Moon thing, because that was the first episode. So they know Celestia banished Nightmare Moon. So it could happen.
You could really love that bird. And if you kill it...
That is great, though. Philomena's last act, I guess. The over-dramatic death.
Mm-hmm.
Classic. And then, no, we're gonna catch you. Bursts into flames. What?
Leading to Fluttershy crying.
Yep.
And of course, Alice in Wonderland reference at the beginning as well.
Oh yes, the Alice in Wonderland. I'm late for a very important date.
Oh yeah, just of course the rabbit with a stopwatch.
The rabbit with the stopwatch, and
Angel.
then the quote later.
Yep.
Very obvious Alice in Wonderland reference.
Mm-hmm. Kind of, it's not a whole lot other than don't take stuff that's not yours.
Watch your language.
Also, don't take stuff that's not yours and sell it.
Really? Really? You just...
It happened to me in real life too. My brother took my stuff and sold it.
My sister-in-law did that just recently did that to one of my sisters.
I didn't know until I wanted to go get it. I'm like, where is it? And I sold it.
That. Wasn't even yours to sell.
Exactly. Yeah, so even if you have good intentions, don't take stuff. I mean, yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's like, you know, if you clearly think an animal's like in danger, and it's one of those weird things.
It is a tough situation. What do you do? Like in real life, it's not like this.
Yeah, sometimes it's cut and dry.
It's sometimes worse.
Sometimes it's cut and dry. Like, for example, hey, look, you see a dog suffering in a car, like clearly suffering.
Yes, and that is in the law. The laws are written so that if you see a child or an animal trapped in a hot car with all the windows closed, you have legal recourse to break the window. Mm-hmm. You will be clear, at least here. I don't know if it is the same in other places.
Sometimes it's hard to tell because, like, well, it could have air conditioning.
Yeah, but then the car would have to be running.
No, it depends.
Well, the new Teslas don't, but most cars have to have.
Kind of a little off topic.
A little, yeah. That's why the AC is running. He's listening to his music. that meme. But yeah, there is other cases you see someone actively beating an animal. You have legal recourse to stop that too. But in the more subtle cases, it is tough.
Yeah, like that injury could just be the animal fell or something. But
yeah,
and this is one of those cases. This is the whole thing could have just been if that stupid mayor did not call that stupid meeting that would have talked about Philomena some more. And oh, hey, she's a phoenix. She does that. This is a natural part of her life cycle. It's fine. She looks weird right now, but she'll be good in a little bit.
Yeah.
But no.
All
because the mayor was too lazy to go to the party herself.
Or busy. Who knows? Maybe it was private information that they couldn't talk in public. I don't know.
I'm still going to blame the mayor.
It's government.
It's all the mayor's fault. As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's all the mayor's fault. And who voice acts the mayor?
Kathy Westlet.
Yeah. So it's Spike's fault.
Yeah. It all comes back to Spike.
Everything comes back there.
Not a whole lot to say beyond that. It's a very, very lightweight episode.
It is. It is very lightweight, but like I said, I think it's actually done really well. Even though there's not much to it, I didn't really feel like there was any real pacing issues.
No, it's just a straight up an episode that just a lot of just lots of gags. It's a string of gags all based off around a core concept.
Yeah, but done very well and not rushed or stretched out too long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of the gags were beyond their welcome. They're
works
well done.
A little better than all those shorts we've been getting.
Yes, but this is a 20-minute episode, not a.
But the thing is, there's multiple gags, which can all be split up into 3-minute, small things too, and possibly.
Potentially. Although some of it is, how the gags tie into each other.
Yeah,
and how they flow.
I enjoy.
It was fun. I liked it. I think it held up.
It's a fun one.
Even after all these years, it still holds up.
It's one of those episodes. I think it's not the strongest, but not because of any real failings. Just because it's not that memorable.
Yeah.
Particularly, there's some stuff where like, oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Of course, that happens to me all the time, just because my memory sucks.
Like forgetting that Spike.
Was
the one who cooked the pies.
Cooking the little mini pies or what? I don't even know what those were, but he was cooking them with his dragon breath.
And not an oven.
Like, oh yeah, he did that.
It's just weird little things. It's like.
Not in an oven. Well, it's because the oven takes a lot longer, apparently.
We should have prepared them before the party. You had plenty.
Maybe they were too busy using the oven to prepare other things. Because there was a lot of food.
Put it all on the back burner for Celestia.
The back burner.
Yep.
Well, no, I mean, they were preparing a lot of food for that party. They only have so many ovens.
Well, by the time the pies would be done, then that's what been all the rest of the food's gone. Then boom, when the rest of the food's gone, you could bring out the pies rather than them being cold by the time the rest of the food's gone.
Looking too much into it, but that's what we do.
Hey, we gotta add some sort of substance.
I don't think it needed anymore, though. I got nothing else.
Not really. Nothing super important.
Nothing super important, no. So I guess that's that for the episode. We'll move on.
Don't steal birds.
To fan content. Anyway, music. I've got 2 songs I want to feature this week. The first one is Vylet's remix of History of the Wonderbolts. It is a very heavy-hitting, almost dubsteppy remix with the rap, and I think it works really well. Although, watch your volume, it opens up pretty loud. Yeah. It's good. I like it.
It's a more intense form of 90s hip-hop.
Yeah.
With some Sega Genesis-esque parts thrown in.
Awesome.
To make it more 90s.
More 90s. Yeah. It's really good. I like it a lot. The next one I have is Loophoof's remix of A Kirin Tale.
Shiny apples sometimes come with worms. No, you can't give up your laughter because you're scared of a little pain. It's a lesson that the Kirin never learned.
It's just really good. A lot of bounce and energy added to it. Again, like I say, a lot of these remixes takes a good original and just amplifies it. It doesn't really like add new concept. Well, it does add new concepts, but it doesn't add new feelings because the original song was already kind of upbeat. It just built upon what was there and made it even better. And I think it was really well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a harsh bounce to it.
Harsh bounce.
Yeah. It's a very particular kind of bounciness. But yeah, it's that pretty much that, and it's good. It's good. I don't.
It isn't a huge amount I can point specifics to it, but it is just really good, and you should go listen to it. All right, so fanfics.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Two.
I got 2. No updates. But first one is All Our Times Have Come by RarityEQM. And this is a short fic about just shy of 2,400 words in which Twilight dies and meets death. Because Twilight's only slightly inconvenienced by her death.
Only slightly.
Because she meets death, and death kind of gets really upset real fast when he finds out who he's here for. And that's the story from there. Pretty much.
Yep, it's funny.
Death is a mild inconvenience for Twilight.
That's the description.
So, yeah, it's just a funny little fic kind of playing with, I guess, the concept of pseudo-immortality.
Pseudo, yeah, sort of, except not because of her eloquentness.
Yeah. Turns out she's a genius.
She's just clever. Also like the kind of Monty Python reference in there as well.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Isn't that's Princess Bride, not
no,
Monty
yeah,
Python.
that's not about, yeah, my bad. Like I told you at the beginning of this, my brain's frazzled. Mostly dead. Yes, that was Princess Bride.
Yeah, it's a funny one. There's a whole lot I can say without, spoiling all of it.
Yeah.
But the gist of it, you can get the gist of it pretty quick.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's worth reading just because of how funny it is. So there's that. The second one, though, I have is called Your Own Worst Enemy by Monochromatic. Surprise. So guess what it is? It's Rare Twi. It's just shy of 3,500 words, in which Princess Twilight and Rarity are dating. The other Rarity in Twilight's life isn't quite sure how she feels about this. Namely, Princess Twilight is apparently dating human Rarity. And Pony Rarity has mixed feelings about this. As she finds out.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Just to say it might not be what you think it is necessarily.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect.
Let's just say it is Rare Twi shipping, and you'll see how it goes. And it's funny because Monochromatic writes a fantastic Rarity.
Yes,
and
Monochromatic
Rarity is definitely freaking
Rarity.
out.
Yeah.
Even though she, of course, saying she's definitely not freaking out. She's freaking out.
Which is when you know she's freaking out the most.
It's all fine.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
the choice of cover image.
Mm-hmm.
And this subtext.
Mm-hmm.
Trust the chapter text.
Just no pony, not even yourself.
Yes.
Not even your human self.
Not even your human self.
It's fine.
It's a wonderful meme.
Yeah. And I just like particularly how the Rarities interact.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just there's also this one comment is like, did you actually read the fic? Someone asked them, did you actually read the fic? Because they complained about something, and it's like, You probably should read it before you complain.
Sometimes it was kind of hard to follow when the rarities are interacting.
No, I mean,
but I
the
think that's
complaint
kind
was
of
very
on
much
purpose.
something to be cleared
I
up
know,
very
yeah.
quickly if they actually read the fic.
I know. I'm just commenting additionally. Sometimes it's hard to follow. Rarity said this to Rarity, and
Which
then
Rarity- you have to
did
go
this.
back a
You're
little
just
bit and see which
Which
one said it
Rarity we're
first.
talking about here. But I think that's done on purpose.
Yeah. Of course, it also says a couple of things that bring up some questions. When you get to the end, there's some questions you might have which aren't answered, but probably never will be answers. Oh well, such is life.
Yep.
And
Such a silly.
that is the fanfics.
That's fanfics because you said you had no updates.
Nope.
We do have one other piece of fan content. We're going to talk about an animation that just recently came out. The Fall of Sunset Shimmer.
You
by
probably
Minty
saw
Root.
it.
Probably. It's kind of a big news item.
Minty Root's animation.
Yes, Minty Root's animation on that one.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that one because it is Sunset.
It's basically a alternative version of Sunset's Fall, I guess.
The Fall of Sunset Shimmer.
Yeah, because we got the stuff in the comic story of the same name we're talking about. This one does kind of a different take of it on a little bit.
Same basic concept with some different
with Sunset.
here and there.
Yeah, basically you got Celestia, and it's kind of, if anything, kind of a very Celestia point of view for most of it. And you basically have this thing of Sunset is like, what the heck?
What the hey?
Hey, do me thing. Can I do the thing? Because you need to go get some friends, and Sunset trying to make friends and not quite succeeding, and her getting upset and frustrated, and Celestia getting frustrated at her, and then lots of yelling, and then Sunset goes to the human world like we all know she does.
Yep.
And Celestia beating herself up over it. And that's pretty much the entire thing. It's about 10 minutes long or so.
Yeah, it's about almost exactly.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much the whole thing. And it's animated in Toon Boom Harmony and all that stuff. And it's got the voice acting from like Webcake and whatnot.
Yeah,
as Sunset,
Webcake.
'cause she does Sunset a lot.
Yeah, did Sunset.
She actually does a pretty good Sunset, all things considered.
Did fairly well.
There's a couple bits where it's like, it's really well animated for the most part. There are a couple bits which stand out. It's one of those things, the better most of it is,
Yeah.
the mistakes stand out way more.
Yeah.
It's like, there's this one bit, I saw this one pony in the background, her jaw was literally just detaching from the face when she was talking. Because it was like, oops.
What I was seeing with it, all the big major animation things are done very, very well, and the effects and environments and the lighting is really, really good. I think the points where it misses are the subtle detail, the small details that are iffy in places. Like every now and then maybe a walk cycle will be off, or some of the character motion animations here and there. That's the little details, which are the ones that they're the hardest to get right, and they're the ones that stand out the most when everything else is really well done. It's
Especially
like
when
that.
you're working as a solo animator.
Yeah, for the fact that this is a solo animator, it is incredible. Minty Root did a very good job this is the kind of thing that you'd have an entire team working on to get it done right, and we got this far with one person. Minty Root did an amazing job. It's not perfect.
Yeah,
but
the other thing for me was
it's good.
Minty was clearly trying to emulate the movie style. And
Yes,
the eyes in particular are sometimes a little too shiny.
Yeah, there's a very 3D aspect to the whole thing, and sometimes you get this 2D, 3D look that doesn't quite mesh, especially with the eyes. The eyes look very 3D in a
For me, this is also shiny. There's a particular scene where it's in the dark and their eyes are just kind of pretty much glowing.
Yeah.
And it's a little odd looking. Man, it looks really nice. I think I also feel the Celestia's VA sometimes a little flat.
Maybe a little bit. There was a few times.
There was a couple times it was like,
sometimes
weird.
a few of the lines didn't quite land well. And there's also, on a technical recording, a recording thing, sometimes you can tell when the voice actor's too close or too far away from the microphone. Those kind of things, or it's like you can tell, but it's like it's not really a voice actor problem. It's just it's equipment and studio. You have to be in a full studio with professional equipment to fix that, along with having professional editing. It's one of those things like I don't expect.
Of course, there's also the thing was like the pony that Sunset tried to befriend is Moon Dancer, which
it's like you see him in class. It's like these are all Twilight's classmates too.
Are you aging Sunset down?
Or you just use the assets you had.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I have no idea.
So sometimes you just use the assets.
One of
that
the things
you
is
have.
also specific. Moondancer was specifically named.
Yes, Moondancer was specifically named.
That's interesting. But one thing I did really like was the bit at the end when it's like Sunset's accusing Celestia of being a hypocrite because you don't have any friends either.
Yeah,
It's like, ow.
It was well done. I liked how the story was done.
Mm-hmm.
It was
The only thing,
it was just good.
I think part of it is just I think maybe it kind of felt like they're trying too much to make Sunset the good guy in a sense.
I guess they
I
did
get that. Like, you don't want Sunset to be too bad, but it also feels weird to see her like this and then jump to Equestria Girls and she's...
Yeah, just straight up like evil.
But then you could also say, like, that's been after several years have passed, so she just got worse over those 3 year anniversary. It just feel like,
Yeah, it's supposed to be about the fall of Sunset Shimmer, but it doesn't really show much of
because
Sunset.
it's her major
fall.
crime is she didn't make friends and she broke into the library.
Yeah. Yeah. Where most of it does show more of how she just starts going down the hole and getting worse and worse before she
the
finally...
comic was more like, hey, look how awful she already kind of was.
Yeah. She goes for like the power hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's still really good. Don't mind.
It is. It's very well done. It's great.
Yeah.
We're like, the only reason we can be critical is because we like it so much and it shows so much potential.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like for, a very, one person animating, then a handful of VAs.
Yeah. The amount of people working on this is just incredible.
Yeah. So I still, if you haven't seen it.
For some reason haven't.
Because let's go check it out for sure.
Definitely go check it out. It's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, that's it. That's all the fan content. That's all the stuff we have for this episode. I hope you liked what you heard. If you did, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, and present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's spelled Libsyn. So check that out. There's also an RSS link there, so you can get it syndicated if you would like. We are also on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. Find us there. You can subscribe to us, have it auto-download. You can give us 5 stars or whatnot, whatever iTunes does for ratings. I don't know. I don't use
Give
iTunes.
us 5 stars.
5 stars. No, 4-star ratings, please. We'll go crazy. We're also on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, where you use the mobile app. Search for our name. You know it. We are also on Google Play. It's play.google.com/music. Then you can search for Pony411. We'll show up there. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. All of our episodes are there. Go subscribe to us so you get it notified as long as you click the bell. Make sure you click the bell, like our videos, and comment them on. We will read those. We are also on Ponyville Live. You can find us there with all the other shows. And we also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So tune in then, or tune in whenever, because it's a great place to find good fandom music and live DJs and all sorts of cool stuff. So check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. If you want us to talk about something, send it to us and we will take a look. Or if you want to talk about this episode, tell us we were wrong. Maybe you don't like Philomena for some reason, or you didn't like this episode. I guess if you want to talk about it there, you can. We are also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. We'll post updates when they happen. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at Pony411. Follow us there. See us tweet random nonsense when we happen to use it. Probably the best place to just, if you would just want to quickly say hi or BS. Because that's about all Twitter's good for. The hell website. You can also follow us on our personal Twitter accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end. And he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Yep. And Halo's coming to PC!
Yes, Halo Reach is coming to MCC, and MCC is coming to PC. It finally happened.
On Steam!
Yes, and on Steam. So yes, that's a cool thing that's going to be happening.
Excited. I was like either one of those announcements would have been great, but both.
We got both. That's worth twice as much.
And Reach
pizza.
multiplayer as well.
Yeah.
It's Reach multiplayer.
And Firefight.
Yeah, and Firefight. And
Although I
Thief
think that's
and-
coming in separate DLC.
They're separating them. The multiplayer and Firefight and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, it's going to be free.
I thought the
The
Firefight
Firefight
was...
comes with the free campaign. Campaign
Yeah.
and Firefight come together in the premium.
Yeah.
The multiplayer is going to be free.
Yeah, the multiplayer is free just so they can include it and have everyone have all the playlists synced and everyone has the same content so you don't deal with that BS again.
Now the question is, they're going to have vanilla reach or title update reach? 'Cause that significantly changed the gameplay.
Yes. But yes, that's coming.
Yeah. Also, I saw Captain Marvel. That's good.
Yeah, I still have to see it.
Go see it. It's good.
I have to see a lot of things. Anyway, that's the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you like what you heard. I hope you tune in to our next episode
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Equestria Girls Spring Breakdown.
Spring Breakdown. Oh boy.
Yep.
So that'll be a thing.
And then after that, OP Season 9.
Season 9. In a month. It's happening.
In a month. It's happening in like 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Oh yes, 3 weeks. So just under a month. It's happening. The end is almost upon us.
The beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end. Yes. So, hope you tune in then. Until next time, please drink responsibly. I mean, please pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.